Down. Off.
For 39 years, Officer Candidate School has turned out about a third of the Navy's non-aviation officers, 97,000 in all. The Naval Academy and ROTC account for the rest. In 16 short weeks, it transforms civilians into naval officers. Ask anyone here, they'll tell you it's a tough way to spend 4 months.
The combination of everything, time management, being able to get everything done that you have to get done, meeting all your responsibilities.
The stress, the pressure of day in and day out.
Few good memories are from the first days here. A new class arrived civilians until they entered King Hall. Hell was waiting. Today, they're just inducts. Soon they'll be candidates. And in 16 weeks, they'll be naval officers.
Long-haired rebels invaded King Hall, posting in every P-way. With a suitcase in one hand and a college degree in the other, we all said, hey, we want to be naval officers. An indoctrination process began with unprecedented magnitude. We entered a week-long whirlwind where words like leadership, virtue, ethics, responsibility, and professionalism began to echo continuously. Dramatically, floors became decks, walls became bulkheads, stairs became ladders, doors became hatches, and our hair became a thing of the past. We learned the concept of teamwork, supplementing one another, and excelling for the good of the whole. We also began to ask ourselves some very familiar questions. Were we good enough to meet such demands? Will I ever be described by such criteria? Can I survive at OCS? Countdown to the future, ladies and gentlemen.
An experience I'll never forget. I came here not really knowing what to expect, and I'd never been in the service before. And my recruiter had gone through OCS a number of years ago before the bat chiefs really started taking over the drill and PT sessions. So it was quite a shock to find out that it was going to be 16 hard weeks. I knew the first week was going to be hard because it was hard, I guess, for a long time, but it was more than that. It was constant pressure. I'm really proud of myself for having survived, actually. I didn't want to tell a lot of people, well, yeah, this is what I'm going to do, because I was afraid I'd be coming back real quick. But I survived, and I'm really proud of myself, like I said. It was a mental challenge. I mean, I thought I was really good at school, and I did the physical training was brought beyond anything I expected. I mean, I expected it to be hard, but it was harder than that because it was not just running or not just doing push-ups. It was doing those things with someone yelling at you constantly to do better. The bat chiefs were just incredible motivators. That's why they're here, I guess.
I didn't expect what I got when I first came to OCS. I expected it more to be more classroom, more academic, and the first week was pure torture because that's all they do is make you march, make you run, make you PT, and if you're not in shape when you come into OCS, by the time you leave, you will be in shape. And that's one thing I appreciate from OCS, that it does help you physically, but not only physically, that just comes along, it also helps you mentally because they wake you up, 5 o'clock in the morning, whether you like it or not. Many times you'll be waking up at 4 to get work done. and it teaches you a little discipline. You have classes to go to, and then you also have PT to worry about, and you have other responsibilities that you have to take care of. And all that, you only have a certain amount of hours that you can study. So time management is something that you learn here very, very quickly. And stress management is another thing you learn here very quickly. And even though it was not what I expected, I wouldn't trade it for the world. If they were to ask me what would you change about OCS, it would really take me a long time to think of exactly what I would change, because they do have a very regimented, and they do teach you a lot just beyond the academics. They teach you how to deal with yourself, deal with other people, learn responsibility, learn what it is to be a team player instead of an individual. And overall, OCS hopefully will prepare us here at OCS to go into the fleet.
Get him up! Get him up! I'll do it. I'll do it too. You know why? You know why, you dogs? Tell me why. Because you like me, Chief! That's why, you dogs. You like me, Chief! Because I lead by example, you dogs. I can give pain, and I can take pain. It doesn't matter to me. We can work smarter, or we can work harder. I'll hurt my body to hurt yours. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Chief! What's the way to the MK50 dummy rifle, dogs? Chief! The way to the MK50 dummy rifle is 1.3.5 heavy pounds, Chief! Let me enlighten you dogs a bit.
ship's handling tank is designed to give the officer candidates an opportunity to put their standard commands to practical use and to see how a ship would react to these commands. We do this in a controlled environment so that they're able to learn from their mistakes. Better to learn from their mistakes here in this tank than underway. The officer candidates rotate between positions from the officer deck and the conning officer and the helmsman and lee helmsman. Now they take their ships around the tank, and as they're moving the ships around, they walk with each individual ship as they're driving it and giving the commands. A lot of commands that they give, they end up giving at times in the wrong sequence as to how it's to be given. But they are corrected, and the mistakes end up getting fewer and fewer by the time their period here in the tank is over with.
My name's Chief Hayes. I'm the Chief Range Officer. I'll be calling the line out here. Okay, the most important thing, obviously, is safety. So the most important safety regulation is keep the weapon pointed down range. While on the range, your weapon action should be open like this, unless you're commanded otherwise. Keep your finger out of the trigger guard and the safety on until you hear ready on the firing line. You don't need to put your finger on the trigger until you get ready to shoot. So the militaries want what they call the Weaver stance. For you left-handed shooters, you're going to have your right leg forward, right hand, your left leg's going to be forward, your foot pointed at the target. Your other foot back 18 to 24 inches, about a 45-degree angle. Then when you grasp the weapon, you want to wrap the fingers of your firing hand all the way around the grip. Wrap the fingers of your non-firing hand around those, so you got the pistols going to be pressed in between your palms. And you have a positive grip on the weapon. You got strength of both hands holding it steady. And press your fingers together. Push your right arm straight out, or if you're holding it for left-handed, your left arm. And then push out with like 20 or 30 pounds of pressure and pull back with your left hand. So in this stance, you should have a pretty firm grip on the weapon. Sight alignment, you want equal amount of daylight on both sides of your front sight and the top of the front sight even with the top of the rear sight. Okay, trigger control. Get your sight alignment, sight picture, then gradually squeeze the trigger till the weapon discharges. The weapon you're going to be shooting out here is a M1911A1 45 caliber recoil operated magazine fed handgun. This is a semi-automatic, which means once the round's in the chamber, every time you pull the trigger, it's going to go off till you run out of bullets. When you get to your last round, the slide should lock to the rear. So if you're shooting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slide locks to the rear in the chamber, just hold on to that weapon. Important parts for you, slide release, vitally important. So after you put the magazine in, you have to push this down, lets the slide go forward, picks up the first round and puts it in the chamber. Then you're going to put the safety on. Conveniently located right over your thumb, so it's called the thumb safety. That's safe. When it's up, you get ready to fire, push it down. Magazine release. You push this button, your magazine falls out. Take your magazine, give it a firm tap. For you guys, what we want you to do is put your thumb on the hammer, put your index finger on the slide release, let the slide go forward, and put the safety on.
Already on the firing line. Commence firing. The command to commence fire has been given. Five more rounds. On, point downrange, fingers off the trigger. Here we go. Make your pistol.
What we're going to show you this morning is how to inflate your shirt. Two methods depending on the type of shirt you have on. And we're also going to show you how to inflate your pants. 3 ways. One of the first things you want to do when you end up in the water is get flotation into your shirt. We're going to show you how to do that. Next, t-shirt. If you end up in a nice warm climate again, you want to remove this t-shirt, put it on upside down on your head, pull it down as far as you can by over your eyebrows, over your ears, let it hang back down over the back of your neck, and then put your shirt back on. And this is going to protect you from getting a real bad sunburn on most of your face and your back of your neck. Now, to inflate your shirt, for lack of a belt today, there are 2 methods. And the first method is just simply oral inflation. I told you to put your belt on the outside of your shirt if you had a collar that you cannot secure. You can't button the collar or the jacket. Put the belt on the outside. For lack of a belt today, all you're going to do is tie the tails of your shirt together, like so. Next thing you're going to do is fold the collar up. Like you're a prepster in college, you're going to roll forward gently, and you're going to exhale right into this opening. It's got to be buttoned all the way up. You're going to exhale into this opening. If you have a short sleeve shirt on, you must keep your arms in tight, or the air will just blow out through the bottom of the hole. Anyways, pull it nice and tight, lean forward, and exhale right into the opening. Before you pick your head up, you want to close this off nice and tight like the shirt was too small for you. Pull it real tight, and then slide your head up and stay leaning forward. It's very easy, very simple, and it'll keep you afloat for about 10 minutes. Next, if you came down and fortunate enough to fall in the water in a long sleeve button-up shirt, or just a regular shirt that buttons all the way up, or a jacket that you can secure the hood around your head, then this is a method you're going to use. It's called the J-stroke. Gonna button it all the way up to the collar. If the collar's still a little loose, go ahead and tuck the collar in your neck. Then you're going to grab it at the bottom button. Leaning slightly forward, you're going to take your hand above the surface of the water. I repeat, above the surface of the water, and you're going to drive the air down and up into the shirt. This will inflate the shirt and enough air to keep you afloat for approximately half an hour. You must always lean forward with the shirt. If you lean back, the air will come out through the buttonholes, and you'll tell me it doesn't work. All right? Next, I'm going to have you inflate the pants. But before you do that, you have to remove them. When you remove them, you must have the legs going in the same direction, either inside out or right side out, but not one of each. Then you're going to tie the legs together in a simple overhand knot, as close as you can to the cuff, like so. Then you're going to do 3 methods. The first method is the old Boy Scout method, over the shoulder. You're going to take the pants, lay them over your shoulder like so, slide the waist back so that it's even with your chin. Naturally reach up and grab the pants with your fingers on the inside, thumbs on the out. Now all you're going to do is the same method as putting a cup upside down in the water. You're just going to come up, drive the pants down onto the surface of the water. Gather the waist up, slip it over your head, lay back and relax, and these will keep you afloat. The next one is used to either initially inflate the pants or to refurbish the pants after the air starts to leak out. Today, you're going to use it as an initial inflation. You're going to squeeze all the air out of the pants. Slide the pants all the way back. Going to bring the pants up towards the surface of the water, and you're going to do the same as you did with the J stroke, or for your shirt rather, as a J stroke. All you're going to do is drive the air into the pants. This method is very easy, and it puts the most air into the pants. You must always lay back on the pants. If you lean forward, you're going to squeeze the air out of the pants. Also, in a real situation in the middle of the ocean, you have to keep the pants wet, so you continually splash them, because as soon as they dry out, you will lose all the air out of the pants. The last method, there's no telling what happened to you, why you ended up in the water. You may have broke your arm, you may have dislocated a shoulder. Whatever the case, you don't have the dexterity to throw the pants up over your head, do the J-stroke. This time, you're just going to lay the pants on the surface of the water, the knot away from you. Take the waist and turn it down towards the bottom of the pool like so. Take the bridge of your nose, lay it on the waist of the pants, and exhale up into the pants. It takes about 4 or 5 very good exhalations, and the pants will be fully inflated.
It is a high-tech Navy, satellites, computers, sophisticated weapons, but strip all of that away and the Navy still is ships and the men and women who sail them.
Left full rudder aye.
So the officer candidates go down to the sea in yard patrol craft.
See, the YP or Yard Patrol Craft rides for the officer candidates. With naval warfare, we have 3 rides. The first one is a man overboard drill, where each of them gets to drive and conduct 2 man overboard recoveries. The last 2 of the 3 YP rides consist of what we call division tactic rides, what is really practical application of maneuvering and seamanship and moorboard skills that they learned in the seamanship curriculum. Now they have a chance to apply that during the naval warfare YP rides, which consists basically of listening for the signals given by the officer conducting the exercise, interpreting the signals, and then applying that to safely maneuver the ship into position within a formation.
So don't be sending our lookouts to starboard window. Not our job. He was in front.
CIC Grace, we need a time left from this port to time referred.
Really good.
Well, the warrant officer just came off of it. Oh, good, yeah. Sorry about that. He says all they've been is showing interdiction.
Man, I can't leave.
036.
Coast Guard cutter Bittersweet. Coast Guard cutter Bittersweet. Here's Coast Guard Bristol. Coast Guard Bristol. What is on course 035? Steady course 035.
To save the trainer, our job to sink the trainer, and we've been doing our job a hell of a lot longer than you've been doing yours. Climb down this ladder facing into that compartment. Make sure that you have a firm grip on the handrail with one hand. The reason I say one hand is because you'll be carrying your patching materials down in your other. And the reason you want to have a firm grip on that handrail is because you'll have a ruptured fire main right here. And it's going to be blowing 150 pounds of fire main pressure across these ladder treads. This 150 pounds of fire main pressure is going to have a tendency to wash your feet out underneath of you. So make sure you have a firm grip on that handrail and you put your feet planted firmly on those ladder treads. We don't want you to be washed away. We will take every advantage of every mistake that you make. We are going to do our utmost to put as much water into that compartment, all 750 gallons per minute, and hold you up from getting in there to stop that water from coming in. Unlike the classroom where all the sound is muffled, the Buttercup trainer is like an echo chamber, okay? If all of you down there get down there and start screaming, shouting, carrying on, first thing that's going to happen is your communication is going to break down between your team leaders. After that happens, your teamwork will break down. Once your teamwork breaks down, we sink the trainer. How much water is on deck? 0 to 9 feet. I can guarantee you right now that it's never going to be 0. Okay? The 9 foot will depend upon you, on how well you do.
to employ the weapon systems of those ships. Today's ships are powered largely by nuclear power and gas turbines, as opposed to the old 600-pound steam plants that I cut my teeth on the USS Whatever when I first joined the Navy. But one thing has not changed, and should never change, and that's the commitment that we face as our charge as commissioned officers. Many of the family and friends that are here today were probably also in attendance when these young men and women received their college diplomas, and that too was a very special occasion. But today is different. It's more than just reaching a certain educational level. It's more than completion of just another training program. It is a mature, adult commitment that carries with it the drive to achieve and maintain honor and courage required to carry out the duties of a naval officer. To remind me of my own commitment, I have carried around with me a tattered scrap of paper with some words written by a retired Navy captain named Felix Reisenberg. He had spent a great deal of his life on and around the sea. And later in his career, he was the commander of the New York State Maritime ship, the Newport. And while in this assignment, he saw a need for a definitive work on seamanship as practiced in the Merchant Marine. In the preface of that work, which was titled Standard Seamanship for the Merchant Service, Reichenberg in 1922 outlined the peril of inadequacy among men at sea. He summarized the challenge which all who try their hand at sea continually face. I kept this short quote with me so as to knock away any burrs of conceit which might creep into my own character makeup, and to bring me back to the reality and curiosity, and I commend them to you for the same reason. Weissenberg's words are applicable irrespective of gender, and as I'm sure you will see, they also apply to all designators. His caveat was, and I quote, "No matter how important a man at sea may consider himself, unless he is fundamentally worthy, the sea will someday find him out. If a wrong move is made at sea, in a critical moment, death may be the penalty. For the most simple failure, not only death to one, but to many. Incompetence may prevail upon the shore, but at sea, it sooner or later is ruthlessly uncovered and utter disaster often follows in its wake." Unquote. Whatever else it may become, the Navy is not and cannot be allowed to become a sociological institution. An institution whose role it is to employ or provide situations for young men and women of our country otherwise unable to find placement or to amuse themselves as they weather the last throes of adolescence. No, the Navy you join today is made up of a core of sound professionals. Professional men and women who are dedicated totally to the defense of this country, our country. And you must prove your worthiness to be counted among them. But beyond worthiness, there is the desire to honor excellence, to be effective as a deterrent to international designs and our national interests. An adequate armed force is not enough. John Gardner, in a treatise on the subject of excellence, written in 1961, makes the point that, and I quote, "We must learn to honor excellence, indeed to demand it, in every socially acceptable human activity, however humble. And we must learn to scorn shyness, however exalted the activity." An excellent plumber, he goes on to say, is infinitely more admirable than an incompetent philosopher. The society which scorns people of a nation which expects, or perhaps legislates, excellence in government, because that is a high calling, but which tolerates mediocrity in its armed services, because that calling is not.
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Is a fun will find the country will not run because its military will.
Wichita, Kansas.
Similarly, you cannot profess excellence in the civilian vocation to which you ultimately aspire because it is acceptable publicly, while delivering substandard performance in the military because it is something not, sometimes is not. To do so predicts you will be no good at either. That is why I believe it's up to all, to you and to me, as military people, to transcend the worthiness which Reisenberg cites and to have the courage to strive for excellence, which Gardner describes, regardless of the fluctuating popularity of the military service. Now I have you note one final thing. Along with the words of your oath of office, note also the words used in your certificate of commission. Focus on the fact that the President of the United States, by and with the advice and consent of the Senate, places special trust and confidence in you as an individual. There are those of us in the services you join today who hold that trust sacred. We feel honored to have it tendered to us. Pragmatically, you will tell me that trust and confidence is likely placed, but I maintain that it's not. In any event, you must never let it be violated. This morning I have exhorted you to have courage, to meet your commitment, to prove your worthiness, to seek excellence, and to honor the trust and confidence placed in you by your nation. I do so to ensure that you understand fully that to which you are about to commit. It's not a step you take lightly, but one which at the same time will bring your life much enrichment and satisfaction. Your commission brings you a great responsibility, more and earlier in your careers than any of your civilian counterparts can expect. You will also have a far better opportunity to measure your own capabilities earlier in your adult life than will they. And you will know a depth of spirit and a camaraderie which they will not. Regardless of whether you make the Navy a career, you will remember your next few years with great clarity. Those who serve in the military were aptly described by the late Theodore Roosevelt when he said, "It's not the critic who counts, not the one who points out how the strong man stumbled or how the doer of deeds might have done better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred with sweat and dust and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, and comes short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, and who, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold, timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. You need the courage to reach for greatness. As I mentioned, over 100,000 men and women in 291 classes have preceded you here. And since that first class in 1951, many great leaders have been trained on these grounds. The first to achieve flag rank was Admiral Bobby Inman, our current CNO, Chief of Naval Operations. Mike Porta is a graduate, commander of the U.S. Atlantic Command, which encompasses the entire country for that matter, Admiral Paul Miller. The Deputy Director of the CIA today, Admiral Bill Studeman. The Inspector General, Vice Admiral Dave Bennett. Our Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Logistics, Vice Admiral Steve Loftus, and many flag officers here today are all graduates of this OCS. Distinguished List. And I expect great things from this class as well. Your families and I are very proud of what you've accomplished, and we expect to be prouder yet of what you will achieve. God bless you all in the exciting days ahead, and welcome aboard.
Brantley Carroll Bain, Civil Engineer Corps Officer School, Fort Miami, California. David